According to the Evening Standard, Brentford are willing to sell the striker and have set a price tag of £80 million for a player who will be in the final 18 months of his contract when he is free to play again on January 17th. Despite already spending more than £1 billion under owners Todd Boehly and Clearlake, Chelsea are prepared to enter the market again if their goal-scoring problems persist. Chelsea are weighing up whether to bolster their forward line to boost their title bid, and the availability of a proven goalscorer could spark a bidding war between the London rivals. Brentford hope foreign clubs could enter the race, but, as things stand, Arsenal and Chelsea are the frontrunners to sign the 27-year-old. According to Simon Phillips, the Blues have even looked at trying to do a pre-deal to sign him. There has been no agreement reached so far, but that doesn't mean that it won't be down the line. The striker is currently serving an 8-month ban for betting offenses, but he's returned to first-team training in the last month as he gears up for a return. Toney is free to play again from January 17th, and the break has given the striker a time to mull over his future. While he's thankful for the help that Brentford have afforded him, he's keen to leave the club. Chelsea and Arsenal have been the main interested parties in Toney, and both clubs have struggled in front of goal this term. Mauricio Pochettino's side, in particular, are light in attack, and the Argentine has been forced to defend Nico Jackson from fierce criticism, but the Evening Standard say a move for the striker will not come on the cheap, as the Bees are seeking a club record departure with a fee of £80 million. That wouldn't be beyond either side, but Chelsea and Arsenal would look to pay around £50 million for the striker, who turns 28 in March. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino has suggested that Mykhailo Mudryk could yet be fit for Monday's showdown with rivals Tottenham. Along with star midfielder Enzo Fernandez, the Ukraine winger missed Saturday's disappointing 2-0 home Premier League defeat by Brentford due to a minor muscle strain. Mudryk is expected to sit out again on Wednesday night when Chelsea take on Championship side Blackburn at Stamford Bridge for a place in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals. However, the issue is not serious, and Pochettino has admitted that the 22-year-old has a chance of being fit for a crucial trip to face unbeaten league leaders Tottenham on Monday evening. The game will come too soon, though, for Christopher Nkunku, who has made great strides in his quick recovery from summer knee surgery but seems unlikely to be in a position to make his competitive Chelsea debut until after the next international break in November. Nkunku's absence since a serious injury suffered in preseason following his high-profile £52 million switch from RB Leipzig continues to be lamented by the manager, whose goal-shy side have scored just 13 times in the league so far this term. Asked in his pre-Blackburn press conference if either player could be back to face Tottenham, former Spurs boss Pochettino told reporters on Tuesday, "Mudryk, maybe. Nkunku, no." Chelsea's seemingly never-ending injury problems have been mounting again of late, with, like Nkunku, Romeo Lavia also prevented from making his Blues bow due to an ankle problem sustained in training shortly after a £58 million transfer from Southampton. His potential return date remains unclear, with the likes of Armando Broja and Fernandez also sidelined of late to go along with setbacks experienced by Trevoh Chalobah and Carney Chukwuemeka. Chelsea are hoping that they will not regret making the move for Mykhailo Mudryk following his shaky start to life in the Premier League. Rafael Leao's future at AC Milan is reportedly no longer as certain as it once was. The winger has been heavily linked with a move to Chelsea over the past few years, but ultimately opted to sign a contract extension at the San Siro in the summer, though his new deal does not mean that he won't be on the move in the next 12 months. Leo has been one of the most exciting forwards in Europe over the past few years, scoring 15 goals and assisting 8 in the 2022-23 Serie A campaign. The Portugal international has hit the ground running this season as well, scoring 3 and assisting 8 in 10 appearances. The tricky winger has impressed and showcased why numerous clubs registered an interest in acquiring his services over the summer. Leo decided to snub the approaches, though, in favor of remaining with Milan, extending his contract until 2028. However, Calciomercato report that the former Lille star may not see out his contract with the club and could leave as early as 2024. It is claimed that his future with Milan is not certain, and his recent public disagreement with manager Stefano Pioli over his substitution has fueled the situation further. According to Fabrizio Romano, Leo was the Blues' top target in August 2022, but they were forced to turn their attention to alternative targets after it became clear that striking a deal with Milan would prove difficult. As a result, Chelsea are said to have turned to Michael Mudryk in the following January transfer window as a direct alternative. Chelsea have shown interest in Pau Cubarsi since the last summer transfer window. Although his release clause is affordable, the Blues would be considering offering an exchange to Barca for a player who caught their attention in the past. The FC Barcelona has one of the most promising players of the worldwide football in Pau Cubarsi. The native of Estanyol already has turned into one of the most attractive pieces of the Catalan group in his inferior divisions. In spite of having only 16 years, already has attained to establish in the Barca Athletic under the direction of Rafa Marquez. The defender, the one who also has been summoned by the Spanish selection sub-17 to contest the glass of the world of his category, has participated in several trainings of the first Barcelona team. Even it has been considered in the Smart B of the Barca for the League of Champions, since Xavi Hernandez has taken him into account his qualities like intelligent defender, with a wide capacity to position in the field and make good passes so much to short as to long distance. Besides, it stands out enormously the one-against-one and enjoys of good aerial road. These qualities have not happened unobserved for varied of the big European clubs, especially Chelsea, that has been following closely the steps of Pau Cubarsi from the past summer. Although the player renewed his agreement with the FC Barcelona until 2026 and his clause of rescission rounded the €15 million, although this last could be quite tempting for the Blues, those who enjoy of good billetera. Chelsea star Christopher Nkunku is closing in on a return to full fitness after suffering a serious knee injury in preseason. The Frenchman has not featured for the Blues so far this season after arriving from RB Leipzig for a fee of £52 million in the summer. Nkunku required surgery to correct the issue with his knee, ultimately sidelining him for a number of months, which has delayed his competitive debut for Chelsea. Over the past few months, he has provided a number of updates on his rehabilitation process, with fans left in a frenzy after seeing him outside in his full training gear at Cobham on Thursday. There is a huge expectation about what the France international can add to Mauricio Pochettino's side after his impressive displays for Leipzig in Germany over the past few years. Nkunku scored 47 goals and provided 43 assists in 119 Bundesliga appearances, highlighting his immense ability to score and create chances for his teammates. On the impact he will have upon his return, Pochettino said, "He was the player when you see the goals from last season. It's a player that can provide goals, and I think we are missing goals. We think he's a player that can be important for us because he proved he can score." As Chelsea fans eagerly await Nkunku's first competitive appearance for the Blues, Pochettino has now offered an exciting update on the Frenchman's recovery. "He is doing well," the Chelsea boss said ahead of the Brentford clash. "I think he is close. I hope he can be involved soon, maybe after the international break. Maybe not sure."